How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're well. We've had a little bit of a move around. We've changed some stuff because we needed to, and it was the new year, and we wanted to just make things a bit different. So back again with another video, and like I said in the thumbnail, it's probably one of the most ignored or underrated effects in the Helix, and I'm talking about the mutant filter. And the reason that I put this together was I was working on a cover for Yankee Rose, which I'm not going to play because I'll get slammed with copyright again from YouTube. Thanks, YouTube. But it'll become apparent as we go on. Yes, you can use a wah for Yankee Rose, but this isn't, it's not a patch match, not a tone build to match that song. It was just, I felt that the mutant filter was slightly better for that vocal sound that I was after, which is, and it's a cool effect anyway. I just like it. So let's explain what's going on. So at the beginning, we have, let me turn this on. We've got the mutant filter. It's set to band pass. The mix is at 100%. I just feel like you get the best out of it when it's kind of set at that level. Next to that is the stupid overdrive, which is driving the Engel amp, which again is, between that and the Cali lead, I really love the Engel. It's kind of one of my go-tos. The Cali graphic in there as well, and a 4x12 Who What cab. And the reason that is in there, I will show you in a minute, because normally I use an IR. After that is a dual delay. And then the tile parked on the end underneath there as well is a plate. There's no glitz in this today. The reason that I didn't put the glitz in there is that normally when I put glitz in some of my other lead patches, there's quite a long decay. It's quite a big sounding reverb, and I just didn't want it to kind of get in the way of what was going on with the mutant filter. So let's take a little look at how I've got the mutant filter set up. And then I'll show you a couple of different options. So So there's a couple of ways that you can do this. If I set this to low pass, what happens is the softer that you play, the softer that you attack the strings, it has less of an effect. And then when you dig in, okay. And then high pass, let's just play the same. And we'll go to band pass. You can hear them subtle differences. And then back to band. Okay, so that's just the way that I have it set. If I was to swap these two settings over, it doesn't really do much. Kind of makes it just a gentle, mild effect. And if that's what you're after, you want that kind of set in the background kind of vocal thing going on, then just swap these two over, swap this one to high and swap this one to down, and away you go. So if I throw the dual delay on and the stupid overdrive, we get this. It's kind of good, I think, because you're not having to kind of rely on the coordination for your foot if that's not your thing. I know a lot of people aren't really fussed on using wahs all the time. I've tried to move away from wah pedals. I started using the pitch whammy in a previous video as well, because I'm all about the change for 2022. So let's explain what's going on with this cab as well, because the reason that I use this, the Who Watt or the High Watt, I just like it. It's just one of them cabs that kind of, fits my ears. And I'm old, I'm old, like really, really old. But normally I will use a impulse response. This might get a little bit loud, which is the 4x12 Recto. So if I then go back to the Who Watt, they're actually not too far apart, realistically. To my ears, they're not. There is differences. Obviously, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that there isn't. There is. Of course, there's differences, but there's not a lot of difference, I don't think. It's, it's passable. But obviously, when you download this patch, you then go away and you alter that. But I do get a lot of questions about the IRs that I use. And realistically, I only use two, which is the 4x12 Recto V6 16007, and the other one is the Own Hammer 412 Marshall basket weave. They're the only two that I use. I use the basket weave for clean sounds, and I use the Recto for all the overdrive sounds. So that is the mutant filter. Again, you can probably hear the Yankee Rose thing going on. Let's take the delay off. It's there, Now, you could, if you wanted to be Steve Vai, get your Ibanez gem out and stand on the wah pedal and do it that way. I just think it's a great solo thing as well. It's just something a little bit different, you know what I mean? I really like it. It's probably it'll be around in a couple of patches of mine, especially for live use anyway. All right, so it's a quick one. It's very quick. You can download the patch. You can get all the relevant information if you want to come and interact with me on social media. You can do that as well. I will see you in a day or so for another one. Like I say, this was just a quick thing that I was putting together for something that I was doing, and I'm all about the sharing because I just do all this shit for free. Take it easy, guys, and I will see you on the next one. Alrighty.